Today I am going to discuss about our topic in the first chapter, the sources of Indian history. In previous videos we shall discuss about on the part of sources of Indian history. We shall discuss about the archaeological sources and the literary sources, and also discuss about the parts of archaeological sources, and also discuss about the parts of literary sources. In the part of literary sources, there are two types of sources are there. One is indigenous sources and foreign sources. In yesterday we shall discuss about the indigenous sources. Indigenous means Swadeshi Adharalu. So in the part of indigenous sources we shall discuss about the religious text and secular text. And now in this class we talk about the foreign sources. Foreign means another country peoples, foreigners. From the ancient onwards, a number of foreign travelers and ambassadors, and also a famous monks also visited our India. Who came to India from the foreign countries, they wrote some text, what they are seeing and what they are seeing in the Indian society or Indian geographical areas. So these works are most useful to the reconstruction of Indian history, and also these accounts are most useful to the study of ancient, medieval and modern Indian history. So here mentioned some categories of foreign sources are there. One is Greek sources and Chinese sources. Third one, Arabic and Persian works, and finally European accounts or works. So first of all, I am going to discuss about Greek sources. The country Greek is located in European continent. From the ancient onwards, a good relations between the Greek and India. That's why a number of Greek persons came to India and they wrote some texts. So the Greek texts are most valuable to the study of our Indian history. So in this, one is the Skylarks books. The Skylarks books tells about the information of the Darius invasions on northwest part of India in BC 5th century. You know who is Darius? He was a Persian king, and he invaded a number of countries during the period of BC 5th century. So the Darius invasions denounced from the Skylarks text. And second, Megasthenes Indica. Megasthenes, he was a famous poet and author. He belongs to Persian kingdom and he was patronized by Seleucus Nicator. Who is Seleucus Nicator? Seleucus Nicator was a army soldier in the court of the great king Alexander. So after death of Alexander, he became the ruler of northwest part of India. He was contemporary to the Maurya Chandragupta. So the strength of Maurya Chandragupta, hearing the Seleucus Nicator, he sent to a ambassador in the court of Maurya Chandragupta. One person came to India and visited Maurya Chandragupta court. That fellow is the Megasthenes. He spent a lot of time here and learned Sanskrit language also and write a great text, a famous text, that is Indica. This Indica tells about the relations between Mauryans and Seleucus Nicator. This is a valuable information about the Mauryans and Mauryan kingdom. And next, Ptolemy's geography also tells about the geographical especially the geographical conditions of sea coastal areas. And unknown writer textbook, The Periplus of the Erythraean Sea. This is also a most valuable information about the ancient Indian history from the side of Greeks. And second one is Chinese sources. Here I mentioned two famous writings from the ancient period. The Chinese persons are visited our country and write so many textbooks what they are seeing in here Indian society. And also from the ancient period, the relations of a good relations should be followed between the two countries. Okay. Here I mentioned two texts. One is Pahian's Fo Ko Ku and Huyansang's Si Yu Ki. Fahian, he was a famous traveler from the side of Chinese country, and he wrote a text Fo Ko Ki. It is mentioned about the history of BC 5th century. He visited India in BC 5th century, and in this text he mentioned what type of social, economic and religious conditions are in Indian society. So that is Fahian's Fokoku, and the second one is Huyansang. He was a famous Buddhist monk in the view of Chinese country, and he visited our country in BC 7th century, and he wrote a famous text, that is Si Yu Ki. So in this book he discussed so many situations and conditions in contemporary period of India, especially how to decline Guptas and how to emerge Harshavardhana. Especially Huyansang text mentioned about the king of Harshavardhana and how to Buddhism religion spread into India and throughout world. It is also mentioned in this book, and also discuss about particularly the social, economic and religious conditions during the contemporary period. And third, Arabic and Persian works. From the 7th century AD onwards, a number of Arabic and Persian travelers, traders came to our country and write so many texts. These texts are a valuable information denotes about our country. They are here mentioned some of most important textbooks and their authors. One is Al-Biruni, Ibn Battuta, Barauni, Amir Khusru, Isami and Siraj. Al-Biruni. He was patronized by Muhammad Ghazni. When the Ghazni invaded our country, he came to with him and wrote a textbook, famous textbook, that is Kitabul Hind. What is that? Kitabul Hind. In this text, he mentioned about the invasions of Ghazni and also discuss about what type of economic conditions are in here or in this country, also denotes about this book. And Ibn Battuta. Ibn Battuta was contemporary to the Delhi Sultanate period. He wrote about Rehla, Kitabul Rehla. In this book, he mentioned all type of political, social and economic conditions during the time of Delhi Sultanates. And next one, Barauni. Barauni also living during the time of Delhi Sultans, especially Tughlaq period. He wrote a famous text, that is Tarikh-i Firoz Shahi. It is the history of Firoz Shahi, Tughlaq. In this book he mentioned about the family of Tughlaqs. And Amir Khusru. Amir Khusru was the contemporary of Alauddin Khilji. He wrote a famous text, that is Ashiki. In this book, he mentioned about the invasions of Alauddin Khilji and what type of administration should be followed by Alauddin Khilji in this country. And next, another most important Muslim author, Isami. He wrote Futuhus Salatin. What is that? Futuhus Salatin. In this text, he was also mentioned, he was also discussed so many contemporary issues like political, economical and social conditions. And Siraj. Siraj, he was the court of living in the court of Ghori, Muhammad Ghori. He tells about how to invade Muhammad Ghori on India. That is Ghori's invasions. So this is a valuable information about the Indian history from the side of Arabic and Persian works or persons. And finally, here I shall discuss about the European accounts or text. From the ancient onwards, a number of European persons, travelers, merchants, traders, etc. They were came to our country and they were also wrote some information about the Indian or Indian people. So firstly, from the side of European accounts, Pliny and Justin. Pliny and Justin. They were came to India from BC years and they were discussed about the geographical conditions and wealth conditions of India or Indian people. So that's why from the Pliny and Justin works, the Europeans are interested, came to India and they were trading with Indian people from the ancient periods. So that is a valuable accounts to the information about European side. And next, Marco Polo. Marco Polo was a famous Venetian traveler Italian traveler. He was also visited our country in medieval period, and he wrote a book that is Travels. So in this book, he mentioned so many activities and so many conditions in our country, especially in this country. He mentioned in this book, he wrote about the Kakatiyas administration and Kakatiyas political, economical and social social conditions of Kakatiyas or Kakatiyan period. Especially visited the court of Rudrama Devi. So this is most valuable to the sources of Indian history, in especially medieval Indian history. And Niccolo Conti, Domingo Faes and Nunes. These three fellows are belongs to Portugal. So they were also visited our country, and they were visited the court of the Vijayanagara king, most famous ruler, Sri Krishna Devaraya. He visited their court, and they were also stayed some period, and they were also write about the contemporary issues, especially what type of administration should be followed by Vijayanagara empires, and what type of political, economic, social and religious conditions should be followed by the Vijayanagara rulers and Vijayanagara peoples. So this is most useful to the study of Vijayanagara dynasty. So students, here the foreign sources are most useful to our Indian history and most useful to a reconstruction of our Indian history, equal to our indigenous sources. So this is information about the sources of Indian history. Tomorrow we shall discuss about how to influence on geographical features on Indian continent. Okay.